It's Sunday morning. Out here in the garage. We're just going to do a bit of a hangout stream today. This morning, we got a couple random little fucking things to do, and no worries down under Maker. We're just got some random little things to do. Morning, Captain. You're up early. 6 a.m. there, just after. There we go. I feel you. I've been up forever too. I've been up watching Men Who Made America or something like that, History Channel stuff on YouTube. 8 p.m. there. Okay, so you are exactly 12 hours ahead. How was your Sunday? All right, so I want to do a couple things. I could work on getting the H36 programmed, but I don't want to. I don't feel like pulling that off. Hey, nice. I don't feel like pulling the box shuttle off to put a jumper on the 120 ohm resistor. I don't feel like fighting with programming that. For some reason, programming things always is a pain in the butt. I was working on this yesterday. This is the module out of that camera we ripped apart yesterday. And this is what we have several hours later. Well, not several hours. 15-20 minutes in Fusion. I think we're almost there. Got out another standoff for screw to go in. Maybe hollow some of this out. Put a screw to mount. The issue is can't really put this at a 45-degree angle, so it's going to be a little wonky. Send me a link, Captain. Oh, little guy's truck can get finished now. Nice. He'll be excited. So yeah, we're working on that. But first things first. Let's minimize this out of the way. We're gonna do this real quick. Oh, also, new camera got here. The replacement for my OBSBot Meet 2. And I also ordered 10-foot long USB-C cables. It came in a 2-pack. So one for that camera, so it can venture a little further. And then a 10-foot one for the fracks on it. The one I've got on there's only 6 foot, so it doesn't exactly go as far as. Send it to me in Discord. Thank you. But if you watch these transitions, I'm not a huge fan. So we're going to see what we can find. Captain, Down Under Maker, y'all have any suggestions on where y'all do your stinger transitions? It's kind of cool. It's kind of like could look like a maker coin, maybe. It's possible. This is the one that I have now, but that's a 2-second transition. I use this videos for content as a substitute lesson in shop class. Nice. Seriously? Well, we won't be doing that. Not spending $20. No. All right. Oh, she's asleep. Let's see. Elgato. Transitions. Show one. Oh, never mind. We're into the money ones. Start. Hmm. Free? Okay, these are our free options. Do we get a video on it? Oh, it's a little skull. Okay. So many of these things are very much gamer oriented. You certainly have. Core 1 has Liz mugs. It is a rainy day outside, boy. I have never won anything on a stream. So you got me beat still, Captain. I just have a drink. Oh, nice. Yeah, so if you want to try Nano, you can make it yourself. If you look up, it's on my Discord, actually. I copied it over to my Discord. But Goo AF by Frank, that's nanopolymer. It ain't fancy. I made a liter of it 2 years ago, and I've given some away. And I use it, and I still have half a liter or more, and everybody I've given it to over the years, my son, buddy of mine, they all still have some too. Yeah, I need to. I've got the ingredients saved in my Amazon cart. At some point, I need to just buy a big thing of each of them. It'll last me for the rest of my life. I was up late doing JPP's stream last night. Oh, okay. Tell you what I do. I use these foam brushes. These foam brushes. That's what I used to kind of smear it around with. And I just spray the build plate with some ISO, and that liquefies it back up basically the same way, and run over it and spread it out. I'll do that after every couple prints. I've looked into that, but I don't know. At this point, I'm not going to invest any more money into that. I bought like, I don't know, probably like 20 or 30 of these 4-ounce dropper bottle things. I just go on the build plate, spread it out. Do that every once in a while. I don't even use it necessarily as to hold prints on my plates. I've never had an issue with most of that. I use it more as a release agent to make it easier to get stuff off, because I really hate replacing build plates, and until I found those satin ones from Fabrico, which is the only one that's on right now, is the 2.4, because I've got one for the Trident, I've got one for the V0, and I've got one for the Micron, but I've not put them on there yet. What are these ones? I hate all these. I hate all these transitions. What are these ones? No video? No video. No, it's a CR10. Killer Prince, good morning. You're going to be going live here in a little bit, aren't you? What is that printer you're going to be working on? Ah, here's a preview. Why? Yeah. I'm glad you're deciding. Second SK Cube. Okay. Looks familiar, but I could not. Looks bigger than an SK Cube in that picture. The SK Cube's pretty small. Yeah, so Captain, the old lady's cousin does 3D printing YouTube as well. He's a lot bigger than us. But his channel very much tailors towards the newbie side of things. And 200 by 200, yeah. I thought it was pretty small. Anyway, a couple years back, he switched out the tool head on that over to a micro Swiss direct drive thing, and then couldn't get the couldn't get it set up to actually work. He broke a couple connectors, didn't know how to fix that. He's very good at printing stuff, but the actual electronics and programming and all that side of stuff, that's not his thing. That's not what he does. He likes to push a button, print a thing, have it come off, paint it, do all of that kind of stuff. He's very much a very modeling kind of, enjoys that stuff. So anyway, I was over there. He gave me my resin printer that I have, and he was saying that he had tried to put that together and it was broke and he could never get it right. So I was like, well, I'll take it and fix it for you. That's what I do, you know? So I did that, and by the time, at that point, he had a couple enders still, and he had one bamboo printer. By the time I fixed it 2 weeks later, Bamboo had sent him like 3 more printers. FlashForge just sent him a printer. Cheaty had sent him a printer, and he had no room to put it. So despite my best efforts to give it back to him, because I just had it sitting here for a year and a half, not using it, just taking up space, moving it around, trying to keep it out of my way, he would not take it back. So finally I was like, all right, fine. I'm putting clipper on it. It's going on the thing, and I'll use it to print PLA on. Yeah, what's wrong with the SK cube there, Keela? Oh, you guys don't know what I'm looking at. So I'm looking still, pay no mind to the gaming aspect of this, but what do we think about this transition? Are you saying nice to the transition or nice about the CR10? Two very different things. Yeah, it's not bad. It's probably the best out of what they have. Why don't you have a video? I kind of like. So the thing that I like about mine was it does have my logo in it. I don't know. Okay, so it's not like crippled in any way. V6 Volcano, BMG. There's nothing wrong with BMG. Shit, half of the extruders out there still use are essentially a BMG extruder. We just ripped the guts out of them and put it in a different housing, but it's still a BMG extruder. That's what made me laugh so hard. Like, so I think the first one that like was really gaining a lot of traction was can't think of the name of it now. It's like a skeletonized thing. Shrimp Father, how's it going? How are you this morning? Right now, I'm trying to, so it's just random crap. I could be programming the H36 on that Trident, but I'm kind of depressed that I've got to wait for a freaking connector for the beacon. And I don't know. I don't want to pull the box turtle off and put the jumper on the 120 ohm resistor. I don't want to fight my way through trying to flash the stupid thing. So we're just going to work on some random stuff. Right now, it's trying to find a transition for the stream. But I don't want to pay for anything. All right. What? $10. Nope. Get out of here. Filter. Sort by. Nope. Pretty sure I said free when I typed this in. All right, well, what I've got now is 2 seconds. Really kind of upset that they want $20 for that. That's crazy. Pro, free, pro. Nope. That would make me dizzy. This is profounder.com. All right, Captain. Let's see. Oh, I definitely watched John Malecki. He just put up a video building workbenches 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days. I thought that was fitting, but I fell asleep in it trying to watch it last night. This one? Or are you talking about the John Malecki video? I'm getting so lost. Oh, yeah. What I'm going to make is probably going to look closer to that 5-hour one. Probably going to take me longer than 5 hours. All right, I sent you, sent that to you. All right, let's see what we got here. Select image to upload. Maybe. Yeah, wasn't he a Steeler or something like that? All right, man. Catch you on your stream here in a bit. Yeah, we do. Back to, I don't know, maybe find something that we're both going to be working on, same or similar-ish project at the same time. Estimated wait time to download this. Yay. The one I've got now is 2 seconds. 2-3 seconds, I think is good. You know what we need, Killer? We need like Modbot and Steve, where they did like a full build. And somebody like sponsored both of them to build the same printer. That'd be sweet. Send us both free printers to build together. I did finish getting all the stuff printed for one of those blasters, Martin. The Nerf guns will be here today. So I need to figure out what colors I'm going to print mine in. I'm thinking this Polymaker Gold. We'll do it James Bond style, the man with the golden gun. Polymaker Gold ABS. Mike V. Yeah, so now Martin's got me wanting to print an actual, like, full-size blaster. Hello. There we go. So, was it Caliburn that I said I was gonna possibly do, Martin? But then he sent me some other ones where the hardware kits are like $20. Which is way more appealing to my wallet. All right. Okay. Let's see what properties. Properties. 2000 milliseconds is what I've got right now. Let's go over here. See what that looks like. Cybertech. All right, let's see what this looks like. Switch. change that to 1,000. We're just going to switch back and forth for a second. It was your first one? Nice. Zybertech, did I say good morning to you as well? I don't know. So, Martin, what do you think of my man with the golden gun? All right. What do you guys think of this transition? Okay, that's transition A. And this is transition B. Which one do we like more? Doing some A/B testing. I agree. It's kind of hard to tell what B even is or what it's doing. It's not bad, Captain. Let's see. All right. Here is the one Captain just made. Set that 1,000 to start with. All right. I like that one the most. I don't know if I want it transparent. Then I gotta like nail the timing exactly. Because like, I don't know. Let's see what a transparent one looks like. I've got whatchamacallit in transparent. I have no idea how to do that. All right. That's not bad. It's transparent. Don't. Like, you talking about borders like this right here, Zybertech? So, the only reason I have this scene, this is my only one that has borders, and I'm with you. It seems the border seems like a very Twitch gamer streaming kind of thing. I've got this just so I can have the chat there and it's just the one scene that's different than everything else. It's kind of like we're not doing anything, we're just talking, and it's different than everything else for that reason. Like, there's a method to the madness. Whether or not it's legitimate, makes sense to anybody else, but it made sense in my head when I set it up. Not that in my head is necessarily the greatest place to be sometimes. All right, so new one. This is A. Again with A. And this is B. And again with B. Cast your votes in the comments now. I don't know. What is it? Okay. That's fade. All right, Captain. See, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Captain over there is pretty big in the Twitch streaming world. I haven't got to watch his Twitch streams, watch his YouTube streams. Me too, Captain. That's what I'm out here doing all this. I would be out here doing this anyway, but I figured, you know, if I'm going to be bored, I'll be bored with friends. Okay. Let's set this to the same transition point I did for the other ones. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so this was what we had prior. So that's A. Now this is B. I like B too. It's got a little bit of motion. It says I know a guy that knows what he's doing. Yeah. All right. Rename. That's it. That's what we're going with. Captain, you are the man. Let me delete all these. We don't need this. We don't need this. This one's absolutely freaking horrendous. I don't like this one anymore. Delete that one. Rename this. All right, now I need to move these files over to where they belong. Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Sound effects are always nice. All right, copy that one, and that one. Copy. New folder. Paste those. All right. Back. You know what I haven't done this morning that I need to do? I do every single morning. I normally do it in the evenings too. But I'll go over to my channel. And just check and see if there's any new comments on videos and respond to people. This is one of my favorite things about being such a small channel, is that I can respond to every single comment that people leave on my videos. People ask a question, I can answer it. If I was Mr. Beast and getting 1,000 comments a minute on videos, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. And at that point, it's just so overwhelming that you probably just don't even bother. But I really like the fact that I'm able to still do that. And I also try to respond to everybody in chat too. Like, you know, I don't know. Some of the the streamers in the 3D printing space are great at it. Steve's really good. Yes. Couple times that I catch Modbot streams. He's normally pretty decent at it. Keela's great at it. And Armored 3D Printing's great at it. 3D and T stream at like midnight, so I never get to catch their streams. I've been fortunate, Captain. I've only gotten one person that kind of razzed me a bit in chat. Now I get some trolls in my YouTube comments, but I kind of have fun with that a bit sometimes. I've got one YouTube short from a couple years ago when I first put Clipper and a stealth burner on my Ender 3. And by that point, I had the 2.4 built. And I was just messing around. I had a stealth burner. I had all the stuff to do it. I had a... and that video, I didn't even put the... I hadn't put the on it yet either. And I was just... Yeah. See, Taylor's stream was yesterday for me. I like Jerry's stream after Keela and Jeremy's. Now, Keela and Jeremy are pretty good about the comments too, but sometimes they get off chasing squirrels and they're conversating with each other, so sometimes I miss stuff, but I don't think they're ever ignoring people in chat. But Jerry's stream, me and him used to stream at the same time. I had caught his maker stream a few times, a little bit, before like I really got back into trying to do the streamer stuff, and it seemed very like we'd have two very different audiences, and that wasn't necessarily the case. So rather than competing against his, and now I get to hop on his stream every once in a while, and the old lady was always irritated that I was trying to stream in the afternoon, in the middle of, you know, the time that they finally want to start doing things. All right, where am I at? Did I download that? I lost track of where I was at and what I was doing. Okay, I did download that. Let's CKM swoosh. Okay. All right. Here is the transition now. I can't hear it, so you guys got to tell me. Can you guys hear the swoosh on that? Looks and sound good? All right. Yeah, I don't understand why. I stream in ultra low latency. I don't understand if they're like not streaming in ultra low latency or what they've got going on, but yeah, their chat is extremely lagged. You need my company on weekend mornings. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find windows now for when somebody's not streaming, especially on the weekend. You vote no sound effects? Here's what I'm going to do, because I want to hear it. I'm going to turn the sound on over here, and then I'm going to be quiet for a moment so that I'm not killing myself, because I want to hear what this sounds like. Myself, because I want to hear what this sounds like. Myself, because I want to hear what this sounds like. Myself, because I want to hear what this sounds like. Gotta wait longer. Yeah, that goes back for eternity. Yeah, Down Under Maker, you stream at a perfect time for me to miss it when I go to work. Ugh. I kind of like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. For me, uh, when I'm watching a stream, a lot of times I'm out here working on stuff, and that transition sound is like, oh, something's changing. We've gone from just chatting to we're back to the build, or something's changed. I look up and see what's going on. Exactly, it's an attention getter. Not like rude, like, hey, pay attention to me, but just, hey, something's changed. We're doing something else or whatever. Plus, it fills that couple seconds of silence transitioning. When I first started trying to do this, I had background music, and even though it was like music for streams, it was non-copyrighted stuff, I'd still get copyright strikes and multiples on every single stream that I'd have to go in and argue about, and that would take weeks, and by then the video's not doing anything. So yeah. We are almost to 1,600 watch hours, ladies and gentlemen. And we are up to 856 subscribers. So we're moving along, plus 33 subscribers in the last 28 days. Says I've had 275 watch hours in the last 28 days. Oh, that was weird. Nice. Yeah, big things like that. Down under maker probably would help if I had stuff to mainstream stuff that people are going to search for and click on to do. Stupid gnat. I got so with the Gerari 3D drawers video did pretty decent for me for video. Let's see. So here's the Gerari video. It did really good out the gate. I mean, pretty flat now. Don's Droids video did pretty good. Did really good to start with. Kind of flattened out, and then it's actually gotten a little bit of momentum in the last couple days. It's interesting. 10 views in the last 48 hours. Watch time 13.3 and 1 subscriber. This video is just shorter video. Yeah, Down Under Maker. I tend to actually go back and watch his streams when I've gone to lunch. We're doing just nothing and everything, Steven. None of it's 3D printing so far. Well, I started prints. I started a print. That's about it. Yeah, I can't afford the trends at all. And you know, some of the content creators that are growing right now, they came into the hobby. They got bamboo printers. That's what they did. They did videos about their printers that they got, and that's what people were searching for anyway. So they're kind of just riding that wave and being lucky. Robert, how are you this morning? Yeah. You're awake. That's about it. I understand. All right, so I do need to take these little LEDs off of this board for this camera module. So we're going to do that. We'll bring this camera around over here. I don't know what it's caught on though. What are you caught up on? All right, there we go. Over here. You got like a 3-foot extension on you. You should be fine. Is this the right one? Yeah, so there are some people doing some stuff. So I was talking to Physitech about some of the projects he's got going on. Not really my place to say anything beyond that, but the stuff that he does have is really, really cool. The Physi EMS electronics mount stuff. I don't think we need a redundant camera over here. All right. And LDO just released a kit thing for the Voron 2.4 350 that's got his Physi EMS the board. I think it's injection molded, and then it's smoked acrylic panel for the bottom so you can see through it. That's pretty cool. But yeah, he's got some other stuff going on. The ERCF 2.5 beta, I think they're getting pretty close to wrapping that up. I've kind of held off on finish building that until, because I think that might be made public by the time the switchwire build starts, and I need to reprint some of the newest parts because the parts I printed were when beta first got released, so stuff's been updated. There's a couple things going on. It is summer. People are doing other things. So, and like there's kind of a limit to how much you can do, I guess. You know, what do you want to see done? If you got ideas though, man, do it. Share them with me. Even if I'm not able to do the project myself, I'll still show it off on stream, like, hey, check this out, this is pretty cool, you know. Yeah. Hey man, I want to see him. All right, one LED gone. All right, new plan. Let me ask you guys a question. I thought of this because I caught a bit of Nero's stream yesterday, and I noticed that he was printing some giant things on his new giant printer that he's got going over there. And it reminded me a bit of the days when Joel, 3D printing nerd, would print giant things all the time. And it always bothered me, because I'm like, that's a lot of filament for something that serves no purpose. I've got friends that, you know, they like printing all that kind of stuff too. Maybe not that big, but they like printing just cool things, I guess. You know, they're in the comic books or, you know, pop culture stuff. But not being huge into that stuff myself, I look at it and go, man, that's a waste of filament. All right, there we go. Now it doesn't have two LEDs sticking up out of this thing. Hey, how's it going, man? I got another one of your blasters printing. I got all the parts for the one printed yesterday. So, if you guys don't know, Domochevsky, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Ivan Miranda or whatnot. I haven't seen any of his videos since he was 3D printing like the Legos to make a go-kart. Or no, wait, didn't he do a big clock thing? Wasn't he the one that was doing the clock? But yeah, we got all the parts. The little one is super stoked, man. She was out here at little after midnight last night. She got up and came out here to check and see how the last plate of parts were going, if they were going to be done, because the Nerf blasters show up from Amazon today, and I'm printing myself one so I can build it along with her. All right, let me grab a link to that for you. There we go, Mike. So real quick, why I went this route is I've not built any of the other ones. I've wanted to for a long time, but the person that I would do Nerf stuff with is my 6-year-old daughter. She loves Nerf blasters. If you guys catch many of my streams, you saw her playing with one the other day, giving a tutorial on her new Nerf blaster. And, you know, I'm not going to shoot her with a Lynx or a Caliburn or a Slab Those things are way too high powered to shoot a 6-year-old with. I wouldn't want to get shot with one of them. So I wanted something tamer. And I also wanted something, because I need to build 2 of them, one for her and one for me, that I wasn't going to spend a crap ton of money on. At $70 for a hardware kit, and then another 2 rolls of filament, you know, you're looking at $110 there. Mags at $10 a piece, so you get 2 of those. Let's say you're up to $150, and then darts, you're looking at close to $400 for her and I to build 2 Nerf blasters, and that's financially unfeasible. Steven, because it's not going to make them tough if they quit. Okay, you got to inch them up to it. Okay, you don't start your kid off by putting them in the NFL. You start them off in Pee Wee football. Oh wow, is that the big like minigun one? So yeah, this one's pretty simple. On Amazon, I got 4 of the little Nerf guns that you need to do this with. I think it took a little over half a spool of filament to print all the parts, and then I can pick up the little darts from Walmart for $10 for 100 of them. I don't need to buy any mags. It's not going to shoot super fast, you know, and it's something that her and I can have fun with. She's not going to mind getting hit by them. I'm not going to mind getting hit by them. Now you're just being rude down on Jamaica. $3 a roll. Okay. Is there is that on your printables page, or is it just a jig that exists out in the world? Oh, I've got a question for you. So, the foam that I was thinking about using is, I've got a bunch of these EVA foam floor mats, and I was going to cut that out of this, but this looks thicker than what that jig might be making, and the jig's kind of tapered inside. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a pyramid or something. No, it's thicker than 2 millimeters. It's like 10 millimeters. I mean, I can trim it down to the right thickness. Is that what it needs to be, is 2 millimeters? That was what my question was. How thick do I need to make this? The foam. Two millimeters? All right. I'll just take and slice some off of it. Yeah. It's a moose kit. What's a moose kit, Steven? Or is that the person that designed it? I don't, Captain. I was going to say, Fusion's got a lot of stuff in there. If they sell it on McMaster, McMaster has a Fusion file for it, I can guarantee it. Send a link. All right, let me see. Oh, wait, is this that giant one that, was it Albie that had, who had that giant one at Murph? All right. Yeah, Albie. All right, so here's what we're looking at. That's a rather large blaster. Yeah, I'm. Let me say this. My daughter would have no problem with building any one of these, especially this one, and then shooting me with it. She would be thrilled. I would not be. And then so the kicker, exactly, the spring in that thing, Penguin Maker, I would have to go load it and cock it so that she could shoot me with it. I'd have to load the thing that she's going to shoot me with. Mike, I understand that you and I think it would be a display piece. She would think it was a weapon to shoot Dad and the dogs with. Martin, she's not going to care about that warning. She doesn't care about the safety warnings on anything. That child is wild. The darts look like Red Bull cans. What are they? The Nerf Mega darts? Because if it is, I know what darts you're talking about. Because my daughter has an electric one that shoots the Mega darts, and it's just like you pull one trigger and it just spools up, and you can just hear it. And then the Mega XXL darts, yeah. And then you pull that trigger and it just sends one of those darts forward into those wheels that are spinning against each other and flings that thing. Woo, boy, does that thing hurt. She lost all the darts for it. She still has the magazine. She still has the gun. She runs around with that thing and plays with it all the time. I refuse to buy her any more darts for it. Moab, that's the like Gatling style gun, the mini gun. So I can play out all my my Predator fantasies. That's why I loved Predator so much when I was a little kid. Whatchamacallit, running around in the jungle with a minigun. I've got other things for squirrels and groundhogs. Actually, so there's a lot of groundhogs around town. I don't have any around here. I don't even really have any squirrels. And it's not like there's cats around or anything like that. I don't know. I had a black and a red squirrel out in the yard earlier this summer, but they're gone. I get rabbits out in the backyard. I don't know them. I was never a hunter. I went hunting once, came home with nothing. And that was when I was a kid. I just enjoy it for the sport of going to the range. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet one. I like that. How much is the $645? It comes with the red dot. Completed. Oh wait, can you not just buy a hardware kit for that? Oh, here's a hardware kit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and post a link to this in chat. Should you want to build yourself a mammoth? I want to see somebody figure out how to do a bolt action Nerf gun. So when you run the bolt back, it does your priming, and then you run it back forward. You know, but have the whole action, not just a slide action. So there is a bolt action one. Micro reshell that does that. The micro, I have the original micro somewhere around this house, and Walmart still has the original Micro. I think it's Sonic themed. It's like $6 for one, and I got 4 of the Micro 2s for $10. If you do that, I'll definitely have to check that out though. I'm trying to figure out, because it's got 4 in there, so her and I are each doing one of that one that you and Shrimp Father were talking to me about over on the Polymaker Discord. Okay. My bad. I don't know enough about it. I don't know. That's what my daughter gives to everybody for birthday presents. Every time she's invited to a birthday, she gives them a Nerf blaster. Because she loves Nerf blasters. And every little boy loves Nerf blasters. It's when she goes to a girl's birthday party that we can't figure out what to give them. Yeah. She loves Nerf blasters. She loves basketball. She loves soccer. She's trying to learn football. She is something else. She had me take her to the skate park on Friday because she's practicing her skateboarding. Sent me a link. All right, let me pull this up. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. Yeah. See, that's pretty cool. Man, there is so much stuff out there in the Nerf world. Oh, let me show you guys this. All right, so here's the smiley. This is the one that Shrimp Father just sent me a link to. I missed that, Martin. Check out of darts. What am I checking out of darts for, Mike? Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it out of darts that had like YouTube channel stuff? That was one of the things my son was showing me when he was trying to convince me to buy a 3D printer. Was a video from, I think it's out of darts, where he's got like a print farm and he's 3D printing parts for Nerf blasters and stuff. Hmm. Ugh. Yeah, time for some coffee. I've got some Coca-Cola over here. Let's see how my parts are coming along. They're printing. Gotta get everyone up and going here in a few minutes. My older daughter's going to spend a week with her aunt, and then after that, everybody is leaving to go on vacation down to Tennessee. My daughters are going with their grandparents down there to Tennessee with them. So got to get my older daughter packed up for 2 weeks, and while we're doing laundry, go ahead and pack up for the little one. That way we don't have to run around in the middle of the week trying to do laundry and pack. We're at in Canada. What skirts are you printing for the 2.4? Okay. I printed, so I'm getting kind of stoked about doing the rebuild for the 2.4. So in addition to the redesigned gantry and printing that all in PPS-CF, I redid the skirts for mine. So this is the motor drives, so that looks pretty cool. And then we're going to that arch type tool head with a Orbiter 2.5. I got the new Orbital O2S board. It's getting beacon put on it. But the skirts are stealth skirts. Oh, here we are. Bear with me here for a moment. So stealth skirts for the 2.4. These are printed in Polymaker Galaxy Black, Ambrosia Bloody Murder, and Ambrosia Cardavon. Yeah, that's the cheese grater stealth skirts. I can pull up it on printables here. I just did some fancy coloring. 3D printer stuff. How far back am I going to have to scroll? Really? I didn't save them? Well, that seems like a bad idea. Download them. Oh, good lord. I'm going to have to scroll through a crap ton of Gerari stuff. So I downloaded his entire catalog. Okay. There we go. No, they are saved in there. Okay. Mikey's Lab. So here's the skirts. I just went a little bit more in depth with the color scheming. Welcome to the stream, Mikey. Unfortunately, you're catching us right here at the very end. Getting ready to wrap up. But do come back and join us in the future. Yeah, so I'm not going to use those feet. I'm going to use the newer style ones, hardened rubber ones. I don't care for the suction cup ones. It's 10 a.m. here too. It's 10 p.m. over there in Australia where Down Undermaker is. I feel like we may have lost him. He may have fallen asleep. Printed your own feet in TPU. Nice. So yeah, I'm getting really excited about this rebuild. The 2.4 has needed some love for a while. It hasn't had anything done to it in like 2 years. Yeah. Also, because of those skirts, I had to order a new touch screen because I can't use the Big Tree Tech HDMI 5 that is on there. I think I could have if it was the newer version, but not the old version. So I'm building that switch wire. I wish there was a way to put that 5-inch screen on the switch wire in a appropriate manner. And then a way to put the 3.5-inch wave share onto the V0 instead of that little screen, because I hate that little screen on the V0. One, it's not too terribly useful. Two, the MCU disconnect errors from those screens are annoying. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this switch wire once I've gotten that built. Yeah, those Amazon ones, see, they're like $29. The wave share ones are like $60. The Big Tree Tech ones are like $50 to $55. Nice, Stephen. Gonna be real excited to see you program that robot as a as part of your Nerf blaster assembly line. Just build a couple of those robots and automate your assembly on all your future projects. Oh, gotta put the feet back. Or not the feet, the drive housings. The motor covers I designed. Huh? I don't think I designed any motor covers, did I? Or are you just talking about that I painted and printed? Oh, yeah, I just painted the one here. I just painted these ones here. Now, don't get me wrong. Painting some of these things is a pain in the butt to get stuff to actually print right. And it was a lot of filament changes. When you're printing something that has that many filament changes, you want to print everything. Because you don't want to eat all that purge again to print the same parts again. But then you've also got a build plate with a lot of plastic on it that if something messes up, especially right after you finish building your box turtle, and it's kind of its first big run, Like to do a theme like they had in Aliens or Team Fortress, a turret like they had in Aliens or Team Fortress 2. So I think it's this brand. Yeah, they've got a minigun, and this thing's not too terribly expensive. What is that thing called? Let's go over to Walmart. Yeah, here's that minigun, Steven. It's 45 bucks. Yeah, the box turtle did it fine. It was just a nerve-wracking print when I did it. Steven, did I just cost you money? It's motorized too. All right, I'm going to put this video on the play and we'll take a look at it here.
Mega Barrel, Berserko, Manic, and a motorized Rage Fire. Release the rage with the crazy firing power of 4 darts per second. Grab a handful of madness with endless dart storage. A maniacal game changer with ridiculous dart distance. Berserk Blaster for the most insane battles. Epically insane blasters. X-Shot Insanity. Insanity at its most intense. Each sold separately, eyewear and batteries not included. Get your crazy on. From Zuru.
So there you go, Steven. They had them in Walmart in the clearance aisle. They had one. I think it had been a return though, and it was like opened and didn't have any of the darts in it, and I couldn't tell if it was missing anything else or what was potentially wrong with it. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy this. But it was a good deal. It's like, I don't know, $28 or something like that in the clearance section. Comes with a tripod, rotates 360 degrees and pivots vertically to blast in any direction, Steven. Well, y'all, it was fun hanging out this morning. No, we didn't do anything real productive, but thank you, Captain, for the transition effect. Really appreciate you on that one. Yeah. You know what you do? You go ahead and you go get yourself old 80s Toyota Tacoma. And you half sandblast all the paint off of it. And you get like big 33s that are completely bald and put on there. And you drive it around town. I would probably paint that to not be blue and orange. But you could definitely go for a theme. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Captain, I'm going to get a hold of you this afternoon after I get back from dropping my daughter off, as we discussed. And rest of y'all, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Check out Killer Prince going live. If he's not live already, he might be live already. Let's see. No, he's going live in 6 minutes. So here's the link over to Kilo's video. I can't raid into anybody, otherwise I'd hang out for 6 minutes and then raid everybody over there, but I have no ability to do that. I do not meet the minimum requirements for that. So check his stream out. I think Steve's back from Open Source, probably going to be streaming later today. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Like, subscribe. Later.